The importance of the stage directions at the beginning. Now, I love this play to do in an exam because you get a blank copy in the exam, you get 45 minutes, the last thing you want to be doing is flicking through for quotations. The stage directions at the beginning give you quotations about each character. Yes, so no matter what question you do, something in the stage directions at the beginning are going to help you. Yeah, you're going to use those no matter what. Well, here's one. They're seated at the table with Arthur Burling at one end, his wife at the other. What might this tell us? Well, it tells us the status of women. She's not equal to her husband, she's removed. It tells us who's got control in the family. The two parents, the older generation against the younger generation. It tells you there's a division in the marriage. I don't know if you remember, but when Sheila talks about not knowing where Gerald was, Sybil Burling, her mother says you'll just have to put up with it. You'll just have to get used to it. She knows that Gerald is likely to be having affairs, but that's just the way things are. That's probably the way it was with her and Burling. So to her own daughter, she's saying that's a sacrifice you've got to make. And it shows quite clearly we are not all of one body. When they sit together like this at the table, they aren't together as a family. They are in separate little units. What I've just done for you there was give you an A star. The examiners call it this. Write a lot about a little. Yeah, and I've just gone through 4 things from one quotation. Guaranteed A star. The examiner can't take that away from you. Yeah, they will have to give you that mark for that bit of writing. Another stage direction right at the beginning. The pink lighting that suddenly becomes brighter and harder when the inspector comes in. Well, I can say at the beginning it's rose tinted. It shows that the Burlings are delusional. They think they're special. They think they're above the law. They think that how they treat others doesn't matter. And the inspector comes to show you that all that is wrong. It's pink and feminine. You might see this as a play about women. Yeah, it's Eva who is the victim of men and other women. It's Sheila who is the closest at the end to trying to change the future. And you have to decide whether she does or not. So you could argue it's a play about women. And it's hard and bright. Maybe that's optimistic in the future. We're going to have a better world where we tell the truth to each other. Yeah, where one person doesn't manipulate another. You could read the play that way. The other thing you're going to do, because it's always in the same place and easy to find, is write about the ending of the play. And the other great thing about writing about the ending is that's where the writer puts their final ideas. So do you remember you needed to write about Priestley? Well, Priestley's final ideas are always at the end. And so this forces you to get a higher grade. So look at that one. As they stare guiltily and dumbfounded, the curtain falls. So they all feel guilty. The young and the old. You could use that as evidence to say the future will be different. Yeah? Or they might hide their guilt from each other. They might not change their behaviour. But we, the audience, see that they're guilty. So they don't, they're not going to change, but we see what's wrong with them. Could be that. Or, when the curtain falls, that language is like the guillotine. The guillotine was invented in the French Revolution to chop off the heads of the French aristocrats, to kill the nobility. And you've got this idea of revolution. You know, the working classes, the Eva Smiths and the John Smiths, they want to get rid of the Burlings and the Crofts. They want a better world.